Good morning, children. Hey, how do you do? Okay. Yes. So today we are going to study the second part of belching. Second part of fire, front and flow. Okay. So in this part, last day we have studied that what are the three components. Okay. What is that fire is a result of a chemical reaction, like that we studied. Okay. And we were discussing that. How we can put out the fire. Okay, so today we continue from that only. Okay, so for example, we can take away the fuel. If the fire has no fuel to feed on, no burning can take place. We often let a fire die out simply by not adding more fuel on it. Okay. Some people we say that putting the oil on the fire, like that we say that because suppose that in situation that two boys are fighting, okay, and another boy is there, he says that yes, be like that, man, be like this, he is putting the oil on the fire. Okay, we say like that. Okay. Because they are fighting and he is encouraging that. Okay, that's not a good thing. Okay, don't do like that. Okay, try to avoid that fight. Okay, then next, so yes, so we don't put the oil in that fire because it is the fuel of the fire and it helps the fire to burn again and again. So we have to take it out if we want to put out the fire. Like this. Okay, suppose that last day I think I told you that suppose that okay, imagine that fire is coming nearby to the dried grass and all. Okay, and there is a tin of kerosene or petrol. We know that if it affects the kerosene, it may blow. Okay, it's going to blow dangerously. So we have to take it out from that. We have to take it out from that. Otherwise, okay, suppose yes. For instance, that fire is coming, okay, and here that area is there, okay, that grass, that spread through the grass only, and here though, so the dried that grasses are there. So what we have to do? We have to take that dried grass, or we just cut it from there, okay, and we remove it from there. It won't spread to the other area. Understood? Like that you can reduce the fire. Means to take the fuel out from the fire. Yes. Then another one, the second way of putting out a fire is to prevent oxygen from reaching it. No supply of oxygen means no fire. Okay, then okay, let me finish the paragraph, then I will explain. Okay, so small fires can be put out or smothered means same only. Okay, put out then with a damp blanket or a sack. This stops oxygen reaching the burning material. Sometimes carbon dioxide is used to extinguish fire. It does not allow oxygen to reach the burning material. Yes. So second way is that to take the oxygen out from the fire. Yes. Damp blanket means that thickness. Okay, blanket we know that which we use that in winter time. Okay, that is quite thick. Okay, so just put that over the fire area. Okay, so then there will not be oxygen, supply of oxygen, then the fire will get put out. Then other than the or sack also. Sack means what you know that previously it was that we know that sack cover that to the vegetable shops and all the things. Okay, they filled that sack with the vegetables and all the things, and they tie that and a big sack. Okay, and even rice sack till there. Okay, that is sack. Okay, so and that material that cover is quite thick it is. Okay, so cover it with that. Okay, there also will not get the supply of oxygen, so it will get put out. Then small fires, okay, I told you. Then next, this stops oxygen reaching the burning material. Sometimes carbon dioxide, do you know, you might have studied that carbon dioxide and oxygen, they are enemies. Okay, where there is carbon dioxide, there is no oxygen. Where there is no oxygen, where there is oxygen, there is no carbon dioxide. Okay, means when the carbon dioxide comes, oxygen goes like in our breathing also. Okay, we take oxygen inside and let the carbon dioxide out. Means when the oxygen comes, oh, you came here, I'm going out. Like that, oxygen goes out. For the trees, okay, in daytime, in the opposite it is like that, okay, they accept the carbon dioxide daytime and remove, okay, emit, okay, the oxygen daytime. So whenever we go down the tree, we can breathe that cool and fresh oxygen, okay. But we say that some don't keep the plants, don't keep some plants in your room, because some plants are there in night time, they do it opposite like we do, okay. They take oxygen in and push the carbon dioxide out, and we breathe that carbon dioxide. We know that that's dangerous for us, so don't keep that kind of plants inside the house, okay. Whenever we okay, we know that we like to decorate our house with plants inside and outside, okay, with a garden, okay. So we go to the garden where we get that plants and all the things, okay. Nursery, yes, nursery, where we get, and so whenever we go there, we must ask them that is this plant okay to keep in room. You have to ask, compulsory. And if they say that okay, this is okay, no problem, it is like that only, nor like a day and a night also, then okay, you can buy it. And otherwise, if they don't say like that, okay, if they don't know about this, don't buy it from there, or ask them what's the name of this, okay. If you want to buy, if you don't have any other option, ask them what's the name of that plant, okay. And search in Google that whether we can keep it in night time, we can keep it in our house or in room or not. If in Google we will get all information. Sometimes it's not sure that whenever we go to the nursery, they always say that truth, okay. Sorry. Sometimes they give false information. It may be because of their business, okay. They want to sell this thing, okay. If it is not sold, okay, they want to sell at any cost, so they say that okay, no problem, you can keep it like that, okay. They say that. Otherwise, even lack of information, lack of knowledge, they might have no knowledge about this thing, okay. So they don't know ever. So you have to search in Google. If that is not possible, if you have any other option like any other shop, nursery, just go there and inquire there, okay. And whenever you want to buy such plants, you have to know these things, okay. Then so why I said yes, okay, oxygen and carbon dioxide, yes. So yes, when we put the carbon dioxide, there will not be in the presence of oxygen, okay. So that fire gets out. We know that three materials are necessary, which are the fuel, oxygen and heat. If any of these is not there, no fire, okay. Then next paragraph. The third way of putting out a fire is to remove the heat. If the temperature can be brought out below the flash point, the fuel stops burning. You blow on a burning matchstick or a candle to put it out. In doing so, you remove the hot air around the flame, bringing down its temperature below the flash point, and the candle goes out. Sometimes water is sprayed on a fire. It absorbs heat from the burning fuel and lowers the temperature. The blanket of water also cut off the supply of oxygen, and the fire is extinguished, okay. Third way is that to remove the heat from there. We know that heat is also necessary to become or to form the fire. So whenever we take out the heat, okay, whenever we reduce the heat, okay, we already told that flash point, okay, that particular temperature. If there is no that particular temperature, there is no fire. So what we do, we just keep the blanket, okay, that blanket, soak it in the water, okay, just keep it in water and just cover it, so that water can absorb the heat, so there is no fire. And another example already given that, okay, when we blow on a matchstick, okay, lighted matchstick or candle, when we blow, we know that cool air comes out. Two ways are there in our breathing, okay, like blowing, okay, like that you can blow, that form the hot air, and this frame make the cool air, okay, and we blow like this. So that cool air goes there, and that temperature, particular temperature, that goes down of that candle or matchstick at that time, when where there is no heat, that light get put out like that. Then and this, okay, that keeping the blanket, okay, that wet blanket, it can absorb the heat, and it can reduce the fire. At the same time, it cut the oxygen also. Two results are there for keeping the blanket. Then we put out water. If it's if an area is surrounded with fire, normally what we people do, if there is no facility of fire tender means that fire engine, that fire force vehicle, okay, that is known as fire tender. Don't call that fire force one like that, okay, fire tender. And the person who is fighting, okay, that fire force officer, for them we can call fire brigade, okay, fire brigade and fire tender. These are the terms. Why I tell you? Because I have worked, means I have studied this fire and safety, so I can tell you frankly and clearly. But not sure that I'm not giving the must that always I'm right. Sometimes I also make mistake, I know that, okay, but almost as I studied that, as I learned that, I can tell you more things, okay. Yes. So yes, another thing that we have seen, that when the fire force people come, they keep an hose, okay, hose with the water, okay, and they spread it like rain. We know that when the rain is there, there is no fire, because this rain water, they absorb the heat and the fire put out, okay. And do you know one thing? It's not easy for us to hold that hose, because that much force the water comes and it can move anywhere, so we have to hold it properly. There is a way to hold it. If it is not like that, they can just skip from us and it can hit us, because that much forcefully the water comes from there, okay, then only it can go that far, okay. So there's a way to keep a hold that, and lots of things, okay, that I will tell you, I will explain you, because that part is coming, okay, at that time I will tell you, okay. So supply of oxygen and the fire is extinguished. Extinguished means put out, getting put out, okay. Then some fires cannot be put out with water, okay, some fires cannot be put out with the water. Yes, we will study that. If water is sprayed onto a oil fire, okay, oil fire, we know that sometimes that oil gets burned, like kerosene or petrol, that those are petroleum oil things, okay. And if that get burned, okay, fire, what happens? We just put the water, what will happen? I will tell you the paragraph and I will explain, okay. The oil will float on the fire, okay, float to the fire, top of to the top of the water, and continue to burn. This can be very dangerous, because water can flow quickly, carrying the burning oil with it and spreading the fire. Water should also not be used on fires caused by electrical appliances, okay. The person spraying water might receive an electric shock and be killed. A carbon dioxide extinguisher is the best thing to fight an electrical fire, okay. So yes, so another paragraph says that we cannot put the water on some kind of fire, like already told that the fire with the oil, okay. So it is already said in that paragraph that whenever we put the oil, we know that water, that density of the oil is, I think, lesser than this water, that those who study the science, they know that, okay. So yes, I think density of the oil is lesser than anyway, whatever, okay. So anyway, we know that oil float on the water, okay, and that when the oil float on the water, it float with the fire. Float means move upside of the water, okay. So we know that, and that water is flowing faster, so it can flow anywhere and with the burning fire. And suppose that, okay, here on the ground there is a fire, okay, with the oil, okay. I just put some water, okay, and we know that that water is moving from here to another, and there is some that dried grass are there, okay, dried grass are there. No other way is enough for the fire to spread there. Okay, so I don't have to do like that. Another one, that electrical fire. Okay, electrical, that suppose I told you yesterday that we have to change the old wiring and all the things. Otherwise we know that most of the companies and that they how they happen because of AC and all the things. Okay, short circuit, from there the fire happens, and when we put the water, okay, we know that the shock will pass through the water easily, and when we put the water at the same time we get shock and we will die. Okay, that much powerful may be the fire. So we don't have to. And electrical appliances means that switchboard or whatever it is. Okay, so yes. Next, yes, so in this case what we do, we use carbon dioxide extinguisher. Okay, extinguishers are different types, and for that also different like A, B, C sections are there. Okay, that I will show you which type of extinguisher is used for what kind of fire. Okay, after this, then we spend millions of rupees each year fighting fires, and we spend more trying to find new ways of preventing fires from happening and getting out of control. On the whole, we have learned rather well to control fire and put it good use in our everyday life. Okay, yes, we know that our government spends a lot of time for a lot of money for this fire and safety. Fire and rescue department, they need fire tenders. Fire tenders means I told you that the one vehicle which comes with the water and all the things. Okay, brigades. Okay, then they in that one we can see lots of facilities which used to put out the ladder, then water, all facilities are there, and advanced fire tenders are there also there. So for getting advanced fire tenders, that government should pay lots of money. Then fire extinguishers, different type of fire extinguishers, materials. Okay, tools, ladder and all the things. Then hose. Okay, hose, we know that that is not our normal hose. Okay, that's kind of different hose. Okay, and that when it gets old, okay, we have to change that, otherwise it cannot accept the force of this water. Okay, that much forcefully the water comes. Okay, so we have to. And even I can tell you that frankly, I have seen that my friend, one of my friends, okay, when we were studying, okay, we were training in a fire safety office, and I'll tell you a story. Okay, it happened, okay, as a story. Okay, early in the morning we have to go there and we have to start our practice, like exercise and jogging, all the things. Okay, and you know that it's so horrible that standing push-up, like a push-up, standing on a burning tar is really horrible, and we have experienced that. Then another punishment is not for us. Okay, it's for our one of our classmates. Okay, he came late. Okay, we were we started our training early in the morning, and he came late. Okay, he was, I think, he was a son of a police officer. Okay, police officer. That's why he came late, and he was having, okay, when our officer went and having his breakfast, he was having the breakfast there. So after his breakfast, our officer called him, and he came inside, and what he did, have you seen that the hose around okay, coiled hose, okay, which they carry, too heavy thing, he put on his shoulder and made him to run the circle, and he fell down, he fainted. That much punishment, that much strict punishment was there. And we have studied a lot how to climb the ladder, we have to climb so quickly, because we that much we have to, that much fast we have to do. Okay, and they told that those who work in that fire force, they cannot take rest. Okay, sometimes they may be having their food, at that time the call comes, and they cannot refuse, they have to go by skipping the food. That much busy they are. Okay, that we know that in every profession that busy is there. Nurses, okay, they also whenever they are in duty, okay, after, okay, suppose that they are just taking care of the patient, okay, and they are okay, after that that nurse thinks that okay, that person is about to sleep, okay, or he is sleeping, no problem, I can have my lunch. He or she mightn't have the breakfast in the morning, so she is going to take the breakfast. At that time something happened to the patient, another patient. then she has to go. She has to skip her food and she has to go. That's why I think I told you or some other class. Okay, we have to respect each profession. Nurses, farmers. We know that how they struggle. Okay, I think I already told you. No, okay, no problem. We have to respect farmers, soldiers. We know that those who are relatives of soldiers, and we have seen the movies also. They come for the leave at that time. It's an urgent case. Okay, sometimes it is a natural calamity, they have to go, they don't get a proper leave. Okay, and in that area also, yes, our Rajasthan, it's the border. Okay, it's the border of Pakistan, and so we know that how hot it is there in Rajasthan. The soldiers have to protect their Rajasthan. They have to stand there in that hot, and they have to stand in that Jammu Kashmir, that cold. They have to accept this kind of temperature, different temperature, and that much they struggle for our country. And what we do in our inside, we are not respecting them. Did I say you or not? I don't remember. Okay, anyway, again I tell you, if I already told. Okay, that other country people, what they do, they give first preference to the soldiers, then farmers. Later, after all their citizens, only they give the preference to the other country people. But what we do here, we give the preference to the Pakistani people, we give the preference to the Bangladeshi people. There is no that proof that whether they are Bangladeshi or no. There is no ID card of anything. They come here and they work here, they kill the people for the money and all the things. Then they go. We are investigating. We are investigating. When the investigation will finish, that rape and all the case, okay, that in that Hasrat, UP, still investigation is going on. When they will catch that criminals, don't know. Only God knows. Anyway, so this is the wrong side of our government. Okay, anyway, from where I debated, yes, respect, yes. So this fire brigade, we have to respect them also, because I have experienced how we struggle, okay, when we are in that case, okay. Then, okay, for that, giving them salary, for buying the new fire tender, then buying equipments, government spends a lot of money. Okay, so every year millions of rupees spent. Okay, yes. In addition to, with this, I can tell you one more thing. In Mumbai, we know that I told you it's heavy traffic there in Mumbai, and it's really impossible to go through that area if somewhere fire happened. Okay, or it's fire arrest. Okay, so what they do, they have motorcycles, okay, motorcycle, and they keep that extinguisher in both sides, that different color, and they go, because we know that motorcycle, they can go in between that with the small gaps, okay, and they go there first and they put out maximum they can. By that time the fire tender come there and they put out the rest of the fire, like that. Okay, see how that technology is improving. Okay, and I have seen an advanced technology of this fire tender. Okay, it's like that nowadays we can see in Facebook that it's like a traffic, okay, a vehicle, something like that, okay, some like a house, it moves through that, okay, like in a four-wheeler, and when it comes, okay, that in front of that other vehicles are there, it cannot go. So what they do, it just lift up and go, and the sound is there, that red and blue light and the sound is there. See, advanced technology. Okay, so yes, so fire tender and all the things, the government spends millions of rupees for fighting the fire. Okay, they and a different type of extinguishers. Then new technology, we are still researching on that. What are the new equipments we can invent for the fire fighting and all the things. Okay, see, yes, next, yes, another thing that yes, when we build a house, okay, it is written, whether it is written or not. Okay, yes, it is coming in down another paragraph. Okay, when we build a house, there is rules, there are new rules, okay, that if more than 3 or 4 floor, we have to take permission, extra permission from this fire and safety rescue department. And whenever we build new houses, what we have to do, we have to give that space, like that if it's a mall, okay, we have to give the space for the entrance exit, okay, fire exit. We mandatory, it is mandatory, we compulsory, we have to build that, okay. It should be in H shape or like that, okay. Then only from the here and there they can escape. Suppose that if it's in a C shape or like that, okay, the people cannot go out easily, exit out, because whenever the fire happens, okay, the people as early as possible they have to get out from there, okay. So that a mold should be there, a fire exit should be in the H shape, okay. So from here they have to go, that people, those who are, for those who are, it is possible they have to go out from here, they have to go out from there, they have to go out from there, like that. That new different rules are there. Then that steps also after I think 32 or something like that, after steps the flat area should be there, okay. Then from after that again another steps should be there, like that, okay. Suppose that from one floor to another floor, staircase, we know that after these many steps the flat area, then another that. And another thing, that when you are in a mall or somewhere, okay, mall, we know that mall, okay, shopping mall and all, go there. Some suppose that you hear that yes, there's a fire alarm, okay. So don't get inside the lift to reach down easily, because when the fire arises, that will get stuck and you may burn inside that, okay. So what we have to do, we have to take the staircase. We have to take the staircase at any cost and we have to escape. Don't take the lift, because it may get stuck because of the fire, and okay, we know that it is with the electrical thing, okay, it may get damaged and you may die in that, okay. So don't take the lift, just use the staircase. Fire exit will be there in a old shopping mall, okay. So you have to go through the fire exit. Then another thing that yes, fire that sprinklers, like sprinkler means you have seen that in garden, that fire, yes, that kind of things are there on the roof also, when the companies, for the companies, that smoke sensor, heat sensor, different type of sprinklers, and it's like we know that fuse, that kind of fuse it is, okay. So when the smoke sensing, when they sense the smoke, the sprinkler, they start to drop the water like a rain, okay. Or if it that heat sensor, how it works, like I told you, that is a fuse like that, okay. So when the heat is there, it burns and it blows, then the water comes down like a rain, okay. And see what kind of advantages technologies are there, and for that we spent lots of money, okay. Then that fire hose settings should be there, like yes, fire pipe, okay. So that pipe should be in every floor, okay. And from there we have to take the hose and all the things, and we have to, for each floor it should be there, okay, if it's more than 3 or 4 floors, okay. And from like that round hose should be there in that inside. You might have seen when you went to that mall, okay, shopping malls, okay, that hose, red color hose, okay, and it is connected in front of that, okay. So it should be there, that connection should be there in front of the building, okay. So whenever the fire tender, okay, where that road, okay, near the road, that entrance, okay, so in the entrance, okay, whenever the fire tender comes, they can connect it easily, and from there, okay, because it's not always possible that to take that hose and all the things upside, okay. So they connect here, from there the water goes up, okay, and where in which floor it is the fire going on spread, from that floor they can take that hose and they can put out the fire. That kind of facilities should be there. Extinguishers should be there, okay. We know that if it's a office or somewhere, we know that most of the fire get arised from the electrical. So mainly CO2 extinguisher should be there. CO2 means carbon dioxide with a powder, okay. Carbon dioxide, when it mixes with the powder, it becomes a foam, okay. So we don't get shock. Suppose that okay, that electrical shock in our class, okay, electrical shock is there or fire is there, we go and put just put some water, we get shock. At that time, same time, if we have that fire extinguisher, carbon dioxide, we can put that, and we should know how to operate that. I'll show you some video, okay, how to operate, okay. And another thing is that maintenance of the fire extinguisher. Once you used that fire extinguisher, okay, then you have to fill it, you have to refill it and maintain that. Then only when it is next time useful or necessary, you can use that. Otherwise, okay, suppose that we have used one time, okay, and after for the for the sake of showing as a rule, okay, we just put it there, it's not filled, okay, after that use, that still that cartridge inside that filled the cartridge we can call, okay, that carbon dioxide filled tube is there, okay, for that we can call cartridge. And cartridge already sealed out, okay, means we broke the seal of that, and it's still there because there is no carbon dioxide. And next time again the fire is there, we just go and take the same extinguisher and we try to put out the fire, nothing will work because there's no that it's already used. We have to refill it, we have to maintain, and that we have to another thing that we have to check the pressure of that, okay, we have to check the pressure. I think in a year we have to check the pressure. Then we have to maintain that. For that some rules are there, maintenance of that extinguisher, okay. If it's old and if that they will check with the pressure, okay. If it's more than this many years, okay, I think 6 years something like that, we have to go and check the check it with the pressure, okay. If it's not like a gas cylinder, okay, after these many years of use they go and check it, the pressure. If it can accept the pressure, it's okay, good. Otherwise we have to change that. If we don't change, what will happen? We have used it for more than 12 years, okay, and it is old, it cannot accept the pressure. So we just used that cartridge, okay, we just changed the cartridge, but that extinguisher is still old, okay. So it's a moment that we need to fire, okay. So we just broke the seal, at the same time it can blow, what the extinguisher can blow, and it can make a damage. So proper maintenance of this, for that also we spent lots of money, millions of money, okay. So wherever it is you say that you have to check, or you have to suppose that if your parents they have companies like a sugar company or something, so whenever you go there, if you can see the extinguisher there, you just check that. Otherwise you just ask them, is there any safety officer? You know one thing, safety officer in Kerala, it is now a course, okay, safety officer course, and it is really scopeful job in other countries, because there they have lots of scope, okay, they get lots of salary, safety engineer, safety officer, because there it is mandatory for whatever building it is, of whether it is that a flat or whether it is an office, safety engineer is must, and there's a scope. And okay, whatever suppose that yes, there we can see that I will tell you that suppose that a person is working in a dangerous situation, he has to use all his safety measurements like belt and all the things. If he is not wearing even a helmet or glass, that main person, okay, that that supervisor, or he is going to scold first to the safety officer, because that safety officer should make it compulsory, that safety measurements. He has to ensure the safety measurements, then only he has to left the people to work. We know that we might have seen that how dangerously they work, okay, that like bars, okay, and they just with the only belt they sit and they work there, welding and all the things. So it's really dangerous thing. If that belt is not proper, if he didn't put the belt, a minute slip is enough. How many people are dying like that? Here here I can tell you as a fun, right, that postman and all the people, okay, they don't have any safety measure, they just come and they climb like monkeys and they do their work, okay. But because of that, many of the people are dying, many of the families are getting what they don't have that people to taking care of them, okay. they become alone, okay, that family, okay. So what we have to do, we have to take safety precautions and safety measurement, okay. And if you want, you can study this safety that course, okay. That's good for you, at least you can use it in your life. And yes, for that company I told you, okay. So in company that ask that whether there is a safety officer or not, there should be a safety officer. But in our government, okay, government most I'm not saying all the people, some people are good people, but other like that, okay. If we give that bribe means money, okay, your safety and all the things, your house is okay, no problem, you can carry on. There's no safety measurement, there's no that pollution certificate, nothing that will work. So this we have to change. So whenever you grow up, try to change it, this system, okay. You can only change this system. So yes, everyday life, okay. Long ago there were no firemen. Long ago, now only the fire brigades and the firemen are there, okay. So there long ago there were no firemen. When fire broke out, everybody became a firefighter. People formed human chains, they still do it required, if required, and passed buckets of water from the well or a pond to the blaze. Now there are laws about building constructions, I told you, okay. Then which ensure that space is left between, that I told you yesterday, okay, that after one building gap should be there for the another, otherwise that fire can spread easily to the other households, okay. So past pond, okay, then which ensure that space is left between buildings to reduce fire risk. Every new building, especially a public place, must ensure observance of fire prevention norms, okay. Bands of firefighting workers with special equipment known as fire brigades, I told you. Then they are there to put out fires. Firefighters are highly trained people. I told you that how they trained, okay. I'll explain again. They possess many skills. They cut off electricity supply, knock down dangerous walls, spray water and other materials to bring fire under control. They are also trained in first aid so that they can help people suffering from burns or from the effects of smoke, okay. See, long ago there was, okay, so at that time they used to make a human chain. See, look at this human chain, okay, and they pass the water from here to the fire, okay, and they spread. There was no other facilities like extinguishers were not there at that time, so they used only this water, and they used to make the bundle of that leaves and all the things, and they put out the fires, okay. They were put now also it is there, okay, where that village area, tribal areas, it is not possible to fire tender reach there, okay. At that time what they do, and they don't have that much education also, so what they do, water in their knowledge is only water, okay. So they take the water and put out the fire, okay. Yes. Then so blaze means that this is blaze, see, this is blaze, okay, fire, okay. Then now there are laws about building construction which ensure that space is left between buildings to reduce the fire risk, okay. So now there are rules, I told you that so whenever we build a shopping mall, that fire exit is must, then safety that fire extinguishers are must, then that fire pipes and that hoses are must, then that sprinklers and all the things, they are must, okay. That smoke sensor and fire heat sensor, they are must. All these things are must. Then staircase, these many steps, that is also must, okay. That there is a okay. So whenever you make a like a planning of your building, you have to go to the fire safety officer, and you have to certify with the safety officer also. If you buy that big mall or something like that, big mall or a flat, okay, you have to take the permission of the safety officer also, then only you can build it, okay. Then another thing that so okay, suppose that it is a group of house, okay, colony of house, okay. After one house space should be there for the another house, and that kind of rules are there. Then that safety that fire extinguisher should be checked properly, like that, okay. Then must ensure observance, okay, of prevention norms. So prevention norms, I told you that fire extinguisher, then that safety, okay, we have to reach the top floor easily. That kind of facilities should be there. Fire exit should be there. Then these kind of things are should be there, okay. Then bands of firefighting workers with special equipment known as fire brigades, okay. I told you that means the people, those who with the fire equipments to put out the fire, they are known as fire brigade. Means that those fire and safety people, okay, they are known as fire brigades, okay. And firefighters are highly trained people. They possess, means I told you that that much training we got, okay, that much training. I told you that standing on the burning tar, then taking that hose and running, that much trained, strict train. And we learned that fastly to climb the ladder, then how to hold the hose without getting hurt. Then different types of that hose noses are there, different types, like raining are there, then straight, then different types of are there, okay. Sprinkler we can call, okay. So how to use that, then how to use that tender, okay, how to on within minutes we have to on the valve of that water from there, okay. Then connection, okay, that as per the length, okay, we have to connect each hose, okay. So suppose that it is so far, okay, we have to connect almost one hose has that much, okay. So we have to connect three, okay. So for three hose, okay, one person is there, okay, one person is there with one hose, and another person is there with another hose, and another the two people with the hose, that holder, okay, holder. So then at the moment, okay, they give the signal, okay. Sometimes because that far, okay, so they cannot make a voice, okay, because whenever it is fire we cannot hear the voice. So we give the signal, yes, like this, okay. In that Air Force, okay, also you can see the signal, okay, like that signals we give at that time, connection at the same time. And then those who are near with the valve, they at the moment they connected, they give a signal, then they turn it on, that valve. Then the fire brigades, okay, those who are holding the that handle, means that holder, they become steady, because they should be ready to hold that, because they have to expect that much force, okay. They should be ready, then they fire that put out the fire, okay. So that much training they have. Then they have the they get the training of that first aid, okay. So yes, after they put out the fire, we know that few people will be there, those who suffering, or those who are affected with the fire. So we have to take them to hospital. If there is no other facility like ambulance or something like that, they have to take them to the hospital. So that much of first aid things, the training for first aid thing. Then they get the training for to climb the tree. Then they get training to swim, okay. Suppose that nowadays in a town area, whatever, suppose that it's a small like a kitten stuck on the roof, okay, that time also these people call this fire brigades. And I told you that they don't have leisure time. They don't have leisure time, means a free time, okay. They have to be ready at any moment, okay. So suppose that the people call, okay, that my kitten is stuck on the roof, please come and help. They cannot neglect, they cannot refuse, they have to go. Then they have to keep the ladder, they have to get on that, they have to escape, save the kitten. Or suppose that kitten fell on the water, they have to go there. Suppose it is quite deep, okay, so they have to swim in that. Or suppose that it is a lake, well, somewhere, okay. So something happened, or something fell on this water, okay. Suppose something that is so precious, okay. So yes, we know that when the people fell on the water, these fire brigades, they come and they jump and they swim, they save the people, like that, okay. So they have training in all aspect, okay. They have to climb the tree, they have to put out the fire, they have to swim. This all training they get. Then even first aid, okay. So that much training they get. And they are also trained as first, okay. Then yes, materials I told you, all I covered. Then so they can help people suffering from burns or from the effects of smoke. And we need to learn that tying the rope, okay, different types of tying, but I forgot to be frank. Then we should know how to carry the people, okay, as per the situation of the people. We have to carry, different ways are there to carry the people, okay. Then okay, we know that how to hold the people, that I learned in the NCC also, how to take the people on our back and jump, okay. There's a way, right? Okay, like we have to hold the leg, okay, we have to rope coil through the leg, and we have to hold one hand and just make it on our body and jump. We can jump, okay, because we don't feel the weight of, suppose that my weight is just 50 kilo, okay, and the person that who is suffering, his weight is 70 or 80, but if I take like that, I can take him, I don't feel his weight, okay. That much training we have got. Then yes, suppose that, okay, we cannot take that if the person is like he has a breathing problem or something like that, okay, from the burning, or he has injury on his leg or something like that, or on his hand, or we cannot take like that. At that time we take like this, okay. Two people who hold like this, and we make them sit on that, and we just jump, okay. That much lots of training are there for the fire brigades, and we don't respect this kind of professional people, okay. We have to respect them. We have to, I told you again, I tell you that respect farmers first, give the first preference to the farmers, then soldiers, then other profession like nurses, then that kind of profession, okay, teachers. In every profession the people are struggling on their own way, okay. So we have to respect each profession, each person, okay. We know that police also, good police are there, police are there, good policemen, okay. They are man also are there, but some other people, because of some that bad policeman and all the things, okay, we don't give respect to the, okay. And some people, they are like they are the they are the unique person in the world, they behave like that. And suppose that it is a policeman also, they don't give respect, okay. They just shout, they just beat. I have seen lots of videos like that, okay, simply punishing this policeman, a lady. I have seen that. I don't know what they think. Anyway, and we know that, okay, officers, okay, that police officers are also there. They make that subordinates are there, like their house family, make the subordinates are there as their servants. See, is this how we give the respect? Yes, another thing is that soldiers and farmers, okay, we don't like we tell that so they are giving us food and all the things, and they don't have like they take to cultivate, and they were just sowing the seeds and all the things. They take money from the bank as a loan, and they can, whenever they cannot pay it back, that bank is taking all assets of them. But like Vijay Milli and all the rich people, that whatever debts are there, debt means the money they have to repay, cancelling. Is this how we give the respect to the people? For the rich people we give loan and all the things, and we are ready, that bank people, they are ready to cancel. But for the poor people, they take all things. If they fail to pay one loan, take all that asset and all the things. See, then that beating and all the thing to the poor people. Then yes, soldiers also, they also struggle. I can tell you frankly that I think I have seen in a movie, okay, that soldier, he came and he want to take loan, okay, for his building his house, and he wants to construct his own building house, okay, to make his poor old become parents, make them to happy, okay. He wants to, and he's walking, he is running from here and there in government offices, okay. Government offices, he is running from here and there to get sanction for building his house. He is a soldier, and these government people, they don't respect, they make him to walk here and there, the farmers. But good people are there also, I accept that, I agree that. So we have to respect everyone, every profession. We have to respect our nation. Whenever we respect each profession, then we are respecting our nation. then we are respecting our nation. Okay, now so last paragraph. The discovery of fire and its uses help early man to cope with nature better and gradually adopt a settled mode of life. Okay, the discovery of fire. Okay, how it helped okay to avoid the dangerous animal. Okay, whenever they see the fire, okay, they get scared and they go away. Okay, so they use then they cleaned their surroundings with the fire, then they cook the food, okay, with this fire, okay, that burning, boiling and burning, okay, frying, okay, they cooked food and they had it. So that discovery of fire helped the person to cooperate with the nature better and gradually adopt a settled mode of life. Then fire is still worshipped in many parts of the world. We know that in African country and that kind of areas, okay, still the people worship the fire because we know that it's a natural power. Okay, it is a power. Okay, it can burn the things. Okay, so they believe that it's a like it's a god. Okay, some people worship the water, some people worship the sun, like that. Okay, still that uneducated people, we can say that, okay, they worship these things. Okay, we are in the that positive that world. Okay, positive world means do you know that Charles Darwin, he has said that mythological positive, like that three stage he has given. Okay, now we are in a positive stage. Whatever we listen, we just think about it, we just research about it, and then only we will believe. Previously they believed blindly. That okay, mythical and like that. Okay, three stages. Okay, yes, that okay, yeah, you can ask to Mahesh sir. Okay, he is social science teacher, he might have known that. Okay, which are the different stages and all the things. Okay, yes, so in many parts of the world fire is indeed a friend, but as we know, it can be a dangerous enemy once it gets out of control. Okay, fire is indeed, okay, in an action, okay, in work, it is a good friend, but whenever it is get out of control, it is really a dangerous enemy. Okay, so that's it with the topic. Okay, now see these are the extinguishers. Okay, different types of extinguishers. Yes, first one, to prevent the fire, okay, with the wood, paper, textile, etc. So what kind of extinguisher we use? Water extinguisher. Okay, do not use on. Okay, yes, flammable liquid. Okay, do not use this water for flammable liquid and live electrical equipments. Only we have to use this water extinguisher for wood, paper, textile, etc. Next, dry powder. Fire use on wood, paper, textile, etc. Flammable liquid, there also we can use. Then gaseous fires, okay, means fire with gas, okay, methane or something. Then live electrical equipments, okay, is any kind of fire, okay, we see, we can use dry powder. Okay, dry powder extinguisher. Then another one, foam means that you know that when you mix that soap powder with water, we get foam. Okay, that is known as foam. Okay, so here that foam, carbon dioxide with the powder, we get foam, or some other liquid. Okay, so we get foam. Okay, and this foam can reduce the make the absence of oxygen and fire gets out. Okay, put out. Okay, so use on fire with the wood, paper, textiles, etc. Then flammable liquids. Okay, don't use it for the live electrical equipments, because foam, that liquid particles will be there, so we get shock with that. Okay, so don't use that. Then CO2 we can use for the flammable liquids, live electrical equipments. Do not use for wood, paper and textile flame fire. Then flammable metal fires. Okay, then do not use in the confined space. Okay, confined space also. Then next, wet chemical we can use cooking oil fires. Okay, cooking oil fires. Okay, that our natural gas, LPG. Okay, liquid petroleum gas. Okay, so whenever that gets burst, okay, or fire, okay, there we can use this wet chemical, and wood, paper, textile, etc. Okay, that fire on the wood or paper or textile, there also we can use this wet chemical. Then discharge entire continent on fire from at least 1 meter distance. And another thing, that can you see a meter here? See a meter here. In this, the needle is pointing the green color. Can you see? So we have to check that whether the needle, okay, if the meter is there, whether the needle is pointing the green color or not. If it's not, we have to maintain that. If it's that, okay, that is filled and we can use it for the another time. Otherwise we have to make it like that, okay. Then only when we when it is necessary we can use that. Okay, so thanks a bunch. This is for today's section. We have finished this topic. Tomorrow we will do the exercise part of this topic. So till then, bye bye, have a great day.